Everyone froze. Absolutely no one knew what that order meant. It wasn't in any manual, not in any drill, not in any protocol. But then, a slow, steady sound of boots clicking together broke the silence. The old janitor, the man everyone thought barely noticed anything, snapped to perfect attention. The soldiers stared, the colonel's eyes widened. And in that moment, everyone knew. This wasn't just an order. This was a memory waking up, and a story the camp was never ready to hear. Fort Greystone was known for precision. Every soldier trained, every drill timed, every detail polished. But among all the noise, there was one person no one paid attention to: old Mr. Harris, the janitor. He moved slowly with his mop bucket, humming old tunes, wearing a faded cap and a quiet smile. Recruits barely noticed him. Some nodded politely, most just walked past. But Colonel Reeves, he always watched Harris with a strange respect, though no one knew why. One icy morning, during the final week of winter training, Colonel Reeves introduced a test unlike any before. He stood in front of 200 recruits and said, "Today, I want to see your instincts, your unity, your heart." Then he shouted, loud enough to shake the air, "Junta daldad iran stand faram RP." Silence, confused whispers, recruits glancing at each other. Not a single soldier moved, because that command didn't exist. But behind them, the soft shuffle of boots. The janitor placed his mop aside, straightened his tired back, and took a stance so perfect, so sharp, so disciplined that every recruit felt chills down their spine. Feet together, hands locked behind him, chin up, eyes forward. A textbook formation from a soldier who never should have known it. The colonel's voice softened, almost shaken. "Harris." Old Harris didn't blink. "Sir." "Code I understand executed, sir." Recruits stared at the janitor like they were seeing him for the first time. Colonel Reeves took a step closer, voice low. "Where did you learn that order?" Harris didn't answer immediately. His jaw clenched. His eyes shimmered with memories he had buried for years. One of the young soldiers whispered, "Sir, who is he?" Colonel Reeves looked at his troops, then at Harris, and for the first time in years, the colonel seemed human, vulnerable. "Soldiers," he said quietly, "you're looking at the man who once saved an entire rescue squad, mine included." Gasps rippled through the field, but Harris simply stood at attention, silent, steady, strong. Later that evening, the recruits gathered in the assembly hall. The colonel entered with Harris beside him, still in old clothes, still with the same humble smile, but now carrying a presence that filled the room. "Colonel Reeves," began he, "before any of you were born, Harris served in a covert rescue division. Code Iron Stand wasn't just an order. It was a signal, a call made only in desperate moments when every second mattered." He looked at Harris, eyes heavy with gratitude. "He used it the night he pulled my squad out from a collapsing ridge after a landslide. He stayed behind to hold a rope line alone while we climbed to safety." Harris's voice finally broke the silence. "I did what any soldier would do, even if nobody remembers." The recruits felt something shift in the room. A deep respect, a realization about dignity, service, and humility. One of the youngest soldiers stood up. "Sir, why didn't you tell us who you were?" Harris smiled gently. "Because greatness isn't in medals or rank. It's in showing up, doing your duty, even when no one is watching." The hall fell completely silent. The colonel placed a hand on Harris's shoulder. "From today forward, Harris will no longer serve as janitor. He will serve as your honor instructor, teaching you not tactics, but something far greater, character." Thunderous applause exploded across the hall. Some soldiers wiped tears, others saluted him with pride. Harris stepped forward and said softly, "Remember this. Your uniform is not worn for praise. It's worn for purpose." The old janitor taught them something no drill ever could: respect every person, value every story, and never underestimate the quiet ones, because sometimes they're the heroes who carried the world when no one was looking.